Hello and welcome to another Trace Cloud tutorial. In this video, we will talk about web forms. Web forms are essentially a way for you to kind of expose your tool or Trace Cloud to the more lightweight users so they don't have to figure out the whole system. All they really get is a small form which they can fill until the end, and then the object's going to get created in Trace Cloud. So to get started, as usual, I will open my demo project. And for example, let's say I have a lot of field agents or people who are not necessarily heavily invested in requirement management, but I want to capture their information. So for this example, what I'm going to do is expose a form to users where they can fill out that form, and then they become part of my user stories in this folder in that way. All I have to do is go to my configure project, I go to manage web forms, and then I do create new web form. And then basically I can select which requirement type and then which folder those objects will go into that I've created. I can give it a name, and then I can give it a description. I could give a little introduction or a little blurb of what these users are going to see. I can also say who the default owner is going to be when these objects get created, who needs to get notified on creation. And here I have a sample example where I call it sample business requirements, a web form. In this case, all the objects that get created go into the business requirements folder. And then this project is kind of an HTML message that I can show if I want to give some instructions to users. And then by default, my demo account becomes the owner. I am enabling approval on creation. Once I create the web form, I am going to get a link, and then you can just use this link and open it in your web frame. It's gonna point to your field, and then the person who's using this is gonna say, oh, well, this is my new requirement, and all they have to do is just create the object by filling out the form. The person filling out the form doesn't really need to know what it looks in the background, since all they have to do is really click on it and fill out their information. This is very helpful since some of your customers might not want to understand the entire product, but they can still apply the requirements. This allows you to easily capture information that is coming in from different fields, and then the Trace Cloud system will allow this to get integrated, and it will send it through approval workflow. Hopefully this helps, and if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact support@tracecloud.com.